It's your boy Zeph, back with another video. And I hope y'all are doing well. I'm doing all right. I just got off work, but we gotta get this taken care of. So today's talking point. I keep getting lost in wilds. After 150 hours, I can tell you genuinely, I don't know where the hell I'm going. I don't know. The maps are too massive and there is way too much autopiloting going on. Mind you, every other game prior to World and like Pseudo, Sunbreak, you were walking by bare feet everywhere. Like everywhere. You traverse the whole entire map. So you needed to know essentially the whole map, or at least know where the shortcuts were, or where some monsters would spawn in, because you were traversing it from the base camp with the one camp to all the way up. Now World had multi-camps, same thing with some Iceborne and Sunbreak, but I'm not gonna lie, I don't know where I'm going. If you were to turn off the giant map and the mini map, I could never find the monsters. I could maybe get a visual of like the ones that would be in the main place, but if they spawned anywhere out of their usual zones, I would never know where they are. I mean, if you just turn it off for a second, all of a sudden finding monsters just becomes really hard. And I think it's because this is so crazy to take. This is like a super hot take. Wild's maps are kind of subpar. Not all of them, but most of them. Like, they're very samey. Most of the times they're kind of grayed out, so it doesn't really work in the way that it should be working. But I think one map that does stand out for me is the Windward's Plain. Most of the monsters are typically easy to find because they are all usually in the same area anyways, so it's not too bad. But a monster like Ray Dow kind of ruins it, because you do enough damage from it and it goes from the final area to like the second area, and you doing that without the map, or well, without the sacred and map, like, ooh. And I think back to old Monster Hunter, where you would start some of those quests without the map, kind of just paintballing. It's in a general vicinity. It's marked on the map, but the map's hidden, so you just kind of have to wiggle around. But I don't know. I just feel like when I've been autopiloting a lot, so much to the point I just genuinely do not know how to get around the maps at all. Like, I know where the boulders are, man. Those boulders, got them right here. Gotta keep using those. That's part about the map. But I'm not gonna lie, maps like the Scarlet Forest remind me of the Ancient Forest, except I can actually pilot around the Scarlet Forest a bit better. The top parts, I could not tell you how to get to the top part without using the sacred. Like, I don't know how to get to the top of the Scarlet Forest successfully without using the sacred up until now. Kind of weird. But another thing with a map that I genuinely will say I think is a map that I think everyone kind of autopilots through is the Ruins of Wyveria. The whole map essentially looks the same. I'm not gonna lie. It's very hard to distinct parts of the map. You drop me in the random part and I don't know where I am. Like, off rip, I just don't know where I am. Like, that in the Ruins of Wyveria, if I am not autopiloting, I am open. That map is open a good bit of the time. Like, when I have to mine for ore, I am hovering in that menu. I'm not gonna lie, in every mining video in every mining run I've done, I've had the map open. I don't know it at all. I can comfortably say I don't know it. But I will say it is interesting though. But I just realized I guess I just kind of don't appreciate the maps as much, because I kind of just autopilot through them. I never really felt like I needed to remember them, because one, it just kind of grayed out half the times, especially going through the story. They're locked into certain seasons. You kind of grayed out most of the time, and then I just don't feel like I need to remember them, more or less appreciate them as much, because I'm just autopiloting through them. I look down on my phone, I pop up and I'm at the monster right in front of me and keep it pushing. But and you really think about with the old games, because like I said, you were walking from point A to point B. But I think some changes they probably could do is literally, for me, to look at the environment, stop having the monsters go so far away. Why do they go like 5-6 zones over? I'm not paying attention. I'm just gonna autopilot and meet them there. Let me not have to autopilot. Like, I should be able to walk a bit. Like, even if I autopilot like slightly to go up one area, I'd rather the monster move a area than move multiple, and I'm just not paying attention at all. Like, it gets to a point where it's just like, are we traversing the map or is the sacred doing it? Which, I mean, I get it if it's the sacred, but I mean, I'm not gonna remember the map. I highly doubt the rest of you all have remembered the map too. But I got another point over here. I will say, I don't think it's just maps in this game only, because I did struggle with the ancient forest for a good bit. I knew it for a little bit, but when you don't fight on that map consistently, you forget. Every other map in the world I knew outside of the Hoarfrost Reach. The Hoarfrost Reach and the ancient forest were kind of pain to remember. The Hoarfrost Reach was a bit better because everyone had like very specific areas. There was, you know, as long as I could identify said specific landmarkers, I could do it. The ancient forest just, ooh. If it was not in the center area, ooh. Just had to hope I find them. Like Toby, backing on Toby kind of pissed me off because I just generally never knew where it was half the time. But I want to say that genuinely, I mean, this is what Monster Hunter's gonna be. I mean, there's no more traversing from area to area like every game prior from 4th gen down, and the maps are massive. Like, they are massive, and I'm assuming they're gonna get bigger as we go on, because I remember in 3 Ultimate sitting in the arena and just looking at the arena and seeing it like, yo, one day this is all we're gonna be able to walk to this. And this was like back in like, man, Wii U days. I don't even remember what year this was, but this is like, I want to say Wii U Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate. Like, this is Wii U Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate. I'm sitting in the arena with friends and we're talking about this, and we're like, yo, we're gonna be able to traverse these. Now, granted, this is when we knew the maps a bit better, but now it's like, man, as the maps get bigger, I think we run into the issue where it's like, I don't know where the hell I'm going. I'm not gonna lie. I keep getting lost in this game. I don't know where I am. There's too many zones. Zones are too big. The FOV is trash. I'm gonna complain about that in every video until Capcom does something about it. The FOV is garbage. I can't even, from what you can see, I can't even really appreciate the maps that often and even know where I am, because I can't even see the whole fucking area. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it's so stupid. But I mean, we have to accept this is just Monster Hunter now. This is going to be Monster Hunter. I mean, look at Stories 3. Stories 3, bro, the map in that game, mind you, it's going from linear zone. That looks open world. Stories 3 is about to be open world. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it's very interesting to see this. But I mean, I want to know what the rest of your takes are on this. I do think this is a very interesting topic, because I want to know if I'm just like, you know, a dunderhead. Is that it? A dunderhead? I don't know. Or is this a shared feeling between the community about getting lost? Because I'm not gonna lie, I don't know where things are in this game at all. Like, if it's not marked or highlighted, I don't know where it is. Like, I have to search it up on the tabs. I gotta Google it. Like, I'm not gonna lie, and I can just imagine what it feels like for new players. Like, ooh. But hey, this is Monster Hunter now, right? This is our game, guys. This is the game Capcom has left us with until Monster Hunter 7, or like they give us a really fire Festa game. But hey, this is our game now and what it's gonna be. But leave a like, you know, I want to see some support out there. The comments, hey, y'all been cooking with these comments. Go ahead, let's engage some more, and subscribe if you like my content. Next video, little spoiler, be doing some Pokemon. I got some in the books. It might be ranked on ZA, or I got a little segment that might be a new series that we'll be talking about soon. But thanks again, guys. I hope you liked the video. Peace.